Hello friends, my name is Mukesh Vedana. As we have seen poem number 3, explanation of the stanza. Now, thinking about the poem in NCERT folder, page number 30 textbook. Read the poem again and work in pair of groups to the following task. C. Find the word that describe the movements and action of the tiger in the cage and in the wild. Arrange them in two columns. We have to arrange them in two columns. Find the words that describe the two places and arrange them in two columns. Words also that describe the two places, that also we have to arrange. Now try to share idea about how the poet uses words and imaging to contrast the two situations. How the poet uses to contrast the two situations. Now see in the cage and in the wild. See, match A with B. See. In the cage, stop few steps of his cage and quiet rag. Quiet rag, as I have already explained, remain angry. In the wild sea, lurking in shadow, sliding through long grass, snarling around houses, bearing his white fangs, his claws, and terrorizing the village, creating terror for the village. But in cage, stalks a few steps, can't do anything. Locked in concrete cell, stalking the length of his cage, ignoring visitors, he hears the last voice stare at the brilliant stars. Can't do anything in the cage, ignoring the visitors, and have to remain in control. Now, second C in the cage, in wild sea. Catch. Few steps of his catch, locked concrete cell, behind bars, visitors and patrolling cars. In case seeing this, wild sea, shadow, long grass, water, hole, plump deer, houses at jungle, age village. Now this we find in the forest and this we find in the cage. See next. Notice the use of a word repeated in lines such as this. See. On pads of velvet quite in his quite red. Quite two times you see. And stares with his brilliant eyes at the brilliant stars. What do you think is the effect of this repetition? What is the effect of this repetition which we find, which we observe? See, the repetition is a poetic device. That you know, figure of speech. The repetition is a poetic device. And used by the poet in order to increase the intensity of the tiger's rag and his helpless silence. To put emphasis, to increase the intensity of the tiger's anger, wrath, the poet used this. And helpless silence. Velvet quiet referred to the quiet velvet pad of the tiger which cannot run or leap. That is why poet knowingly used this particular word velvet, because it cannot run or leap. They can only walk around the limited space in the cage. Space limited. Tiger cannot run, cannot jump. Then there is no meaning of that use of that velvet lash. The use of white rag symbolizes the anger and ferocity that is building up inside the tiger as it wants to run and out into the forest and attack a deer. Waiting for this, if he is free from this cage, then it can run and it can attack on the deer. But the rag is quiet because he is locked up the cage and is helpless. He is helpless, can't do anything. How can he attacking on deer? That is why he is helpless. The repetition of quiet has thus brought immense beauty to the poem. Similarly, the use of brilliant for the tiger's eyes as well as the stars also brings out the magnificence of these lines. It shows this particular attractiveness, eyes magnificent and looks good. The tiger stared at the brilliant star with the brilliant eyes, dreaming about how beautiful his life would have been in the forest. Sorry. Thinking about his life in the forest which look beautiful and here have to remain in a cage in limited vast, and that is why he didn't like this, so remain in angry mood. The repetition thus gives a wonderful effect of the poem. Repetition gives that type of effect in the poem, higher effect in the poem. That is why it looks good. See. Now see on the right side. Question number 3. Read the following two poems, one about a tiger and other about a panther. Then discuss. See. Are zoos necessary for the protection or conservation of some species of animals? Are they useful for education in public? Are there any alternative to zoos? Other options are there, so that we cannot have to keep these animals in the zoo. Now see the tiger behind the bar of his cage growls, the tiger behind the bar of his cage snarls, the tiger behind the bar of his cage roars. Then he thinks. First he growls, making noise, snarls, and roars, making loud noise. It would be nice not to be behind bars all the time, continuously not remain, because they spoil my view. I wish I were wild, not on snow. What I think he says, I were wild, not on snow, but if I were wild, hunter might shoot me. Who comes and shoot me, kill me. But if I were wild, food might poison me. But if I were wild, water might drown me. Then he stops thinking and thinking about this living in cage, creating that type of situation, very difficult to describe, difficult to say. Then he stops thinking. And the tiger behind the bar of his cage growls, the tiger behind the bar of his cage snarls, and tiger behind the bar of cage roars, making that type of noise, growls, walking slowly in the snail fish, and then roars. Now see about the panther. The panther. See, his vision from the constant passing by has grown so weary that it cannot halt. See about the panther, his vision from the constantly passing bars, remaining under the gate door, grown so weary that it cannot hold anything else. It seems to him there are 1,000 bars, and behind the bars no world. Keeping his thinking limited. There are everything is here in the bars, and there is no world. Panther thinking like this. As he passes in cramped circles, over and over, the movement of his powerful soft strides is like a ritual dance around the center. It looks like a ritual dance of the center in which a mighty will stand paralyzed. In this mighty, who has higher strength, paralyzed, only at times the curtain of the pupils lifts quietly, an image enters. When they saw, they observe, the image come into the minds of the students, rushes down through the tense arrested muscles, plunges into the heart and is gone. Then it comes quietly, plunge into the heart and it's gone, taking it, carrying it, and it's gone. By Rainer Maria Rilke. Now see the answer. Several species of animals are on the verge of extinctions. There are many species, several species of animals which will be totally destroyed in future, and it is called verge of extinction. Even tigers and lions are not safe in the forest due to poaching that is done for trade. Zoos are thus necessary for the protection or conservation of these species. As you know, we find that this species is also becoming less in the forest because for the selfish purpose people cannot hesitate to kill lions and tigers. That is why zoos are necessary to maintain this and educate the public. SAP can be used to educate the public about the importance of wild animals and their role in maintaining the ecological balance. As you know, they keep the ecological balance, they maintain this balance, and that is why it is necessary to keep the zoo. Wildlife sanctuaries, reserves, and national parks are some alternatives to zoos. Not only these help in the protection and conservation of the species, but also provide them with a natural habitat. As it is necessary, if you take the example, sanctuaries, reservoirs, and national parks are some of alternatives to zoo where animals are kept in a proper way and it shows higher feelings, expectations. Now see, new page, exam practice. See now, read the following extract carefully and answer the questions that follows. He stalks in his vivid stride the few steps of his cage on pad of velvet quiet in his quiet rack. As we have seen, this particular stranger that have to walk under in the cage, very few steps can walk, velvet pads but no use, not run, cannot jump, and he remains angry. Now see why the tiger could walk only a few steps. Why the tiger could walk only a few steps? Answer: the tiger could stop only a few steps because he was locked in a very small cage. So how can he walk fast when it remain, or have to remain under in the cage then? Second question, how does the tiger move in the cage? How does the tiger move in the cage? The tiger moves very slowly and quietly in the threatening way. It is giving it one type of threaten like this, it wander very slowly because remaining in the small cage. See, what are the two qualities of the animal under reference? The tiger has vivid stripe on his body and soft velvet pads. He looks majestic as he moves slowly and quietly in his head. These two qualities we find in tiger. Why is he in quiet track? He is in quiet track as he is locked and his freedom has been curtailed. He remains in angry mood. So it is believing like this that his freedom has been curtailed, not enjoying. He feels helpless, so he feels agitated. He feels, that is why telling that he is also agitated, and that is why it shows its anger to remaining there. Now, number two. See, he should be lurking in shadow, sliding through long grass near the waterhole where plump deer pass. Question: who is he here? He is used for who is here? He here refers to the tiger because he is used for the tiger, that is why he refers to the tiger. Next question: what should the tiger be doing if he were in the jungle? The tiger would be lurking the shadows of trees, would be sliding through the tall grass and waiting grass or sitting by the waterhole as he sees. Observe this if he is in the forest. Next, who would pass through the waterhole? A plump deer would pass through the waterhole, then as you know, tiger is waiting for its food. And last, D. Why does the poet suddenly shift the focus of the poem to the wild? The poet suddenly shifts his attention to the wild to show the contrast between the present state of the tiger and the natural place in its existence. That is why tiger is important, and that is why, as you know, poet has changed his shift his focus on the poem to the wild. Number 3. He should be snarling around houses at the jungle's edge, bearing his white fangs, his claws, terrorizing the village. Keeping going to the village, wandering around the houses at the jungle edge, quite near to the jungle, and the village is near him. It shows its claws and showing its teeth, because when it becomes hungry, it will do like this. What does the poet try to suggest through these lines? How does the tiger scare the people? Afraid the people, scare in the sense. Afraid the people. Now see on the right side. See question: why does he snarl? And how does he show his presence? See first one, first question: what does the poet try to suggest through these lines? The poet is trying to suggest that the tiger should be allowed to live in his natural habitat. Firmly believe that it should not be caged. Next, question B: how does the tiger scare the people. See, the tiger scared the people by growling at them and showing his teeth and claws. That is why naturally people afraid when he saw its teeth and claws. Next, why does he snarl? He snarls, he shows his anger and his as he is helplessness. That is why he shows. How does he show his presence? He shows his presence by baring his white teeth and claws. We try to show this. Number 4. But he is locked in a concrete cell, his strength behind bars, taking the length of his cage, ignoring visitors, not paying attention towards visitors. See, what does the phrase his strength behind the bar suggest? It means that he is helpless as he is locked in a cage. First question and answer, see. His strength behind the bar suggests. It means that he is helpless as he is locked in a cage. Number 2. Why does the tiger ignore the visitors? The tiger ignored the visitors because he considered them devoid of feeling, as none of them tries to help him out of his prison. That is why tiger also ignore the visitors, because nobody take care him to release from the cage. What is the tiger doing in the cage? The tiger is moving slowly and quietly along the length of the cage or prison, moving here and there. What does the expression stalking the length of the cage imply? It implies walking to and fro in helplessness. To and fro means here and there. Walking here and there in this place. Number 5. He hears the last voice of night, the patrolling cars, and stares with his brilliant eyes at the brilliant stars. When he observes listening voice, AC, what kind of voice does the tiger hear? The tiger hears the voice coming from the patrolling car at night. See the answer. The tiger hears the noise coming from the patrolling car at night. B. Where does the tiger look at in the night? The tiger looks at the brilliant star shining in the sky at night, seeing towards the brilliant stars shining in the sky. See, what do you mean by patrolling? Patrolling means to go around an area at regular times to check that it is safe. Patrolling means to go around an area at regular times to check that it is safe. What is the effect of the repeated use of word brilliant? The repeated use of brilliant shows the contrast. The brilliant stars are free, while the brilliant eyes of the tiger are inside the cage. That is why it showing this type of difference. Bring this end of this lecture. Write one time and read 3 times this particular NCERT folder, as we have seen that. Write one time in your book and read 3 times. Okay, bye. See you. Thank you.